Hi everyone, it's Gail. I am here to start the new series that I talked to you about on one of my last videos. I wanted to do a series on making a design team project, and I'm going to kind of start at the beginning. I'm hoping that this journey through making this journal will be helpful, especially to beginners, but hopefully everybody will pick up a little something along the way too. So I'm going to start at the beginning and talk about what a design team is, because I have had questions about that. And so a design team is a team of, in this case, journal artists that work for a designer. Whether and in our world, really, it's mostly people who have Etsy shops. So, for instance, I am going to do a journal here for my design team project for Artie Mays. Artie Mays makes digital designs. She makes the pages for journals. She makes ephemera that also will coordinate along with her journals. And so they're referred to as digital kits, as digi-kits, or just as journal kits. So she creates the photos. She does all the collaging and everything in Photoshop, and then she puts it out there to buy. And then you download it from Etsy and onto your own home computer, and then so you buy the digital kit and you've got it forever. So that's the cool thing about digital kits as opposed to getting a pad of paper. You've got it forever. So you download it and then you print it off. And so that's the digital part. There's also design teams for other kinds of Etsy shops. For instance, Tattered Dream. And I brought my little storage here over. So a Tattered Dream has fun things like definition cards and time cards and library pockets, library cards, sacks and envelopes, and then she also has different trims and things like that. So Denise at A Tattered Dream has also created a design team. And so the idea of the design team is to show the work of these Etsy sellers usually once a month. And it promotes their Etsy shop. It gets their wares out there for a lot of people to see. And so that's the sort of the benefit of the Etsy seller artist in having the design team. The benefit to the design team members is usually you get the digitals either at a reduced price or free. So that's one of the benefits of being on the design team. The other benefit in my mind is that being on a design team lends some credibility to your own art, to your journal artistry. So that's kind of, I guess, how I would define the design team and the benefits back and forth. So most of the Etsy sellers also have their own YouTube channel, but they may have different subscribers than the journal artists. So people who subscribe to my channel may not have found Artie Mays yet, or may not have found Denise at A Tattered Dream, who is Practice Makes Pretty on YouTube. So it's sort of a mutual benefit sort of thing. Now, I will also say that, I wanted to tell you how you get on a design team generally. Um, so Artie Mays put out a little video. I don't know. I guess I've been on Artie Mays's design team for a year or more now. So it's been a long time. And she put out a video and said, I'm looking for 4 people to be on my design team. Let me know if you're interested. And so then she went and looked at the videos of the people who said they were interested, and she got back to me and said I'd like for you to be a design team member. And so that's how that one happened. Denise at A Tattered Dream, she messaged me on my Etsy and said, would you consider being on my design team? And I said, yes, of course. So that's kind of your either the digital artist solicits people to who are interested, or you're just invited. So that's how that happens. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about on the design team is sometimes you'll be asked to be a guest design team member. One of my recent journals, the Embellished Collage Journal, was a guest design team project for Dreams Etc. So Jen from Dreams Etc. contacted me. I think I love this so much. Her mom is one of my subscribers on my YouTube channel and watches my videos, and she suggested to Jen that she asked me to do a design team project. So that was awesome. So that's the other way that it can kind of work. And I hope I've covered that well, but along this series, if you have any questions, please just ask in the comments below. And I really do try to answer any questions that are left for me. So I'll do my best to get back to you and and answer anything that I have left out. So that's what a design team is. And so so I right now I belong to the A Tattered Dream, which is the parts and pieces in making a journal: the trim, the lace, the she has some papers, and the tags and that sort of thing. So and then Artie Mays here, and then Mrs. Coggs Crafts, I'm on her design team too. She does not do the pages, but she does the images. So her kits are very a certain theme, and almost always vintage. They're gorgeous, and they're just the images. And so I often make my TNs as or traveler's notebooks as my design team project for Mrs. Coggs. I'm also on Tsunami Rose, and Tsunami Rose has a huge design team. So I did design team projects for Tsunami Rose all the way up until my surgery last spring, and I haven't gotten back into making hers, mostly because I feel like I want to give other people a chance. And I do have Artie Mays, and I do have Mrs. Coggs Crafts, and occasionally Dreams Etc. So I want to give other people a chance too. So all that said, we're gonna start on this design team project, and I'm gonna take you along with me. I am going to set these aside, my dreams, or my A Tattered Dream boxes. What I try to do with my Artie Mays design team project is do Artie Mays and A Tattered Dream in one project. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that too. So when I do Artie Mays design team, I don't use any other digital artist in that journal. I only use Artie Mays. I feel like if it's a design team project for that digital artist, then they need front, center, and only stage. I know some people incorporate things from Pinterest or things from other digital artists. I don't. I just want that artist to be the focus. So, but because A Tattered Dream is more the tags and the various little cards and envelopes and sacks and stuff, it works great to use A Tattered Dream in this. And likewise, when I'm using A Tattered Dream, I do not use any other trims or tags or anything from any other Etsy store in those journals. So that's just kind of the rules I have imposed on myself. I just feel like if I'm representing them, then I'm representing them, and that's it. So that's what kind of sets my design team projects apart from my other journals. Other journals, I'll use a little bit of this and that and whatever goes. Now that said, Artie Mays is her digitals go with a lot of different things, So you can mix and match various of her digital kits, or you can mix and match her with other digital artists, with images on Pinterest, with oh gosh, even things that you get, for instance, the Tales of You and Me, that paper pack goes well with Artie Mays. So there's a lot of things, and I don't mind using like a Prima paper pack or something with this. I just won't use a digital artist, if that makes sense to you. So I did want to say that. So this journal will have Artie Mays, and then it will have A Tattered Dream, and we'll do a video where we play with the ephemera from A Tattered Dream and the ephemera from the kit, and make some things for this journal. So I'm excited that you're going to be along with me on this ride. So we're going to get started. I'm going to talk about the first step, which is printing the digital kit. I'm going to assume that purchasing from Etsy and downloading the file to your computer, that you'll be able to figure that out. And if you have trouble with that, find one of your techie friends, or my son is very techie, and he would help me if I needed help, that kind of thing. It's pretty straightforward. Once you purchase the kit, it goes into your purchases on Etsy, and it will say right there, ready to download. And so you just click on it. a little thing will come up at the bottom that says has various selections, and you choose save, and you save as, and you save it into your own files on your computer. So that's kind of the quick and dirty of that, but I think most of you will be able to figure that part out. Okay, so printing the digital kit. I get questions all the time about what I use to print my pages, because they do come out sharp and crisp and really great. So this is what I use. I use Red River paper. It's let me get this up to the camera. It is 32-pound premium matte photo paper, and I order it from Red River Paper Company online. I think it's redriverpaper.com actually. So that's the paper I use, and it comes like this. And this side up, this is the side that you want to print on. It's a little more smooth, but it's printable on both sides. And that's what I love about this. It really is printable on both sides. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the one side, but then I like to on my digitals, Artie Mays always gives you a background, and I like to use the background papers on the backs, and it prints just great. So I should be getting a little kickback probably from Red River Paper Company, but I really do love their paper. They make a great product. So I printed that. I also picked a couple of the prints that I did on vellum, and at this point I'm not sure if I'm gonna put them into the signature or make something else with them, a tag or whatever, but they are printed too. So I print everything, and then that evening I spend the evening watching TV with my husband or whatever, and in an evening I can basically get all the ephemera cut out and everything. So then I just pop it into my little design team project folder, this little red folder that I have, and this one I printed a bit ago, and I have had set aside until time to work on this project. So that is kind of how I start, and I don't necessarily cut everything out individual pieces. I'll cut these out as I want to use them. For instance, these are tabs, and same with the tickets and the banners. I don't know how I want to use them yet, so I'm not going to cut them apart. Like, I might want to just fold this, you know, accordion fold this and stick it in a pocket or something. Or I might want to cut out one of the tickets to use separately. So this one, I don't remember if I said, but this, I did two kits. I did the Shabby Chic kit, and I did the Victorian Children's kit, Victorian Children kit from Artie Mays. And so that's what I'm going to work with on this project. And so gosh, I think that might be, for the most part, what I wanted to tell you about as far as the overview on the design team and how I get started. Now, subsequent videos will be of, we'll make the cover, we'll choose all the signature papers and put the signature together, and then, you know, and then all the decorating, the sewing in of the signature, and all of that. I already made the cover for this before I had the idea of doing this series. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and make another cover, because I use this type of cover often. So I can certainly use a second one along the way somewhere. So so I think that'll be our next project. But again, I hope you'll enjoy this series. I hope if I leave out something that you really want to know, that you'll leave your questions below. So thanks for joining me for the start of this series. This one was talking more than anything, but from here on we'll be doing. So thanks for joining me, everyone, and we'll just see you in the next video. Bye bye.